Welcome to today's episode, all about how to release resentment and feel seen in your relationship. So, if you've ever felt unseen, unheard, or like resentment is slowly building in your relationship, this is for you. Okay. I know firsthand, and with the clients that I've worked with, how frustrating it can feel when you give so much, yet it feels like your partner doesn't get it. You do so much. You look after the kids, cook dinner, manage the house, hold down a job, focus on your career. Like you do so much. And it just feels like your partner just never gets it. And you crave deeper love, connection, appreciation. But instead, you feel like roommates or just co-parents, or like you are literally carrying all the emotional weight. Okay. But here's the thing. Resentment doesn't have to be the end of the connection, okay? In fact, it's the exact place where transformation can begin. I truly believe in these moments of resentment or feeling that heavy energy, with the right tools, knowledge, awareness, we get to transform that into exactly what you do want, okay? So today I'm going to be showing you how to release resentment and finally feel seen, heard, and cherished again without begging for it. Okay. So let me know in the comments if you're ready for this. Okay. Just drop a love heart so I can connect with you in the comments. And let's start. Okay. So, why this matters? Resentment is one of the biggest intimacy killers in relationships. Okay. And just as a side note, resentment often comes from unmet needs, unresolved emotions, you pushing down all of this. Okay. To me, it's when it comes when you come out of alignment. Okay. When you're in right relationship with yourself and you're one with yourself and your heart is open and your body is ready to receive, you're leaning back. You're then from a place of love, joy, peace, pleasure. And then that gets to be mirrored and reflected back onto your relationship. Okay. So going back to resentment being one of the biggest intimacy killers in relationships. Okay. There is no relationship without intimacy, but yet resentment kills intimacy. It slowly erodes love, desire, and trust. And the worst part, the longer it lingers, the more disconnected you feel with your partner. And guess what? They feel that. You might not even know why you have this resentment. You might not even know why you have this rage in you, but they can feel that. And what I see so often with clients is it's kind of like this feeling of walking on eggshells. You might feel like you're walking on eggshells with them, but that's only because they're walking on eggshells around you. They never know what kind of person they're going to get, what kind of partner they're going to come home to. They don't know what's going to trip you up, make you lose your cool. Okay. But what if I told you resentment isn't about what your partner is or isn't doing? It's actually about what's happening within you. So often we blame our partners. It's their fault I've got these rages. It's because of them. It's what they're doing. It's what they're not doing. They pack the dishwasher wrong. They use too many dishes when cooking. They don't help out enough with their kids. And it's kind of like resentment comes from like this transactional relationship. It's all about, I've done this, but you've only done that. You should be doing more. Or what they're doing isn't actually correct. Let me know if any of that rings true for you, okay? And you might be blaming them for this resentment. Well, if only they didn't do that. If only they did this, I wouldn't feel this way. But it's actually you. You are the problem. Saying it with love, like I was the angry partner. The toxic one, I even called myself. The way I behaved was so toxic. But I was the problem. Okay. The moment you stop waiting for your partner to change and you start focusing on shifting your own energy, focusing on getting in the right relationship with yourself, everything begins to transform. Your relationship transform. And this can happen instantly overnight. The minute you do this, you make a decision to focus on your own energy, how you're showing up in the relationship, the whole relationship dynamic changes. Okay. I promise you, this, this is the key to feeling more seen, loved, and desired than ever before. Even if you've been with your partner for like 20 years and you've never felt this way, the chances are you haven't done this. This is what you're missing. So, how do you release resentment and feel seen? Step one, stop holding on to unmet expectations. Okay. Most resentment comes from unspoken expectations that are not being met. You expect him to listen a certain way, to express themselves a certain way, to show love in a certain way, to step up in ways you think he should. You have all these expectations of what he should or shouldn't be doing. But when we attach our happiness to someone else's behavior, we give away our power. We give away our chance of happiness, pleasure. Okay, so instead ask yourself, what do I truly desire in this moment? How can I take responsibility for meeting my own emotional needs? And I'm so passionate about this. It's not your partner's job. It's not their job to be your therapist. It's not their job to make you feel good. It's not their job to validate you. Even though they deeply desire to make us happy, it's not their job. They do it because they love you. They do it because that's just who they are and they want to do it. They desire this. So stop taking away their desire. You need to put yourself first. You need to take 100% responsibility for meeting your own needs and how you are feeling. Okay, step two is shifting from criticism to appreciation. Resentment and appreciation, or resentment and gratitude, cannot coexist. So if you stop focusing on always being critical and complaining and focus more on the little things that you can appreciate. Okay. It's so easy to start noticing and expressing gratitude for the little things. Okay. When you start to do it, make it a practice, make it an art. When I was this angry, nagging person all the time, I just started small and I started making this practice of just finding one or two things every day that I can appreciate for. And I slowly started noticing. I stopped being critical. I stopped complaining about things, okay? It's easy. It's so easy to focus on what he's not doing, on all the things that you're blaming that's causing this resentment or you not feeling seen. But this is only fueling the fire. It only fuels the resentment cycle. Okay? Shift your energy for choosing appreciation. Okay? And if you've been in the personal development world as long as I have, what you focus on expands. When you acknowledge instead of criticizing, there's going to be more things to appreciate. When you're focusing on criticizing and complaining and being resentful, there's going to be more and more things to give you reason to feel that way. Okay? Step three, communicate from your feminine energy. Instead of leading with blame, you never, why don't you? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Express your feelings vulnerably. Try this. Instead of, you never listen to me. Okay, say, I love feeling connected to you. It means so much when you take a moment to really hear you. I used to even say, back in the day, years ago, when I first met my partner, like I'm someone that loves to talk. I love to express myself. And I know that men obviously don't do the same thing. And I used to say to him in the end, I'll just express it of saying, I don't need you to respond. I don't need you to give me advice. I don't need you to engage. I just need you to listen to me. And it was just me, instead of me getting angry that he doesn't listen to me, it was just like, I just need to be heard. Can you please see me in this? And I'll just express what I'm exactly after from them. And that avoids me being disappointed or being angry that my need wasn't being met. I'm just expressing it with him. Like, this is what I desire. I would love for you to be able to do this for me. Sometimes now is not always the right time, and he can respond going, I'm just in the middle of this. Let me do, give me 5 minutes, an hour, whenever, and then we can come back together when it suits him. So often we have this expectation of it always needs to be right when it suits us. But what about having a conversation of when it might suit him as well? Okay. So I want you to practice that, okay, and just see the difference. Now, this way of communicating invites connection instead of defensiveness. It's going to bring you guys closer together. It's going to kill that resentment. You're going to start to be seen, noticed, and you're going to be creating some space in your relationship for you to feel alive and free and happy within. Okay. If you want to work with me to deepen this shift, to get right relationship with yourself in order to transform your relationship, because I know these shifts sound so simple, but I also know how hard it can be to break that old pattern, especially if resentment has been building for years, if this is just how you've always been in a relationship, okay? Then book a relationship breakthrough session with me. The link is in the description. Feel free to reach out to me if you want to talk about ways that I can further support you. And if this resonated with you, if this topic resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Feel free to share this video with someone that might also need to hear it. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any more videos as I drop them weekly. Bye.